Hi, this is Matthew Robert Payne. This is just a short teaching for some people that I'm speaking to telepathically on Earth, people listening to this. I've got a group of musicians who, to become popular, have to practice witchcraft. I've got a group of witches and warlocks that are listening. I've got a group of escorts, and there's quite a number of them, and they're listening to everything I say on video, and sometimes conversations I have privately. They're listening to. Um, Also, I want to welcome the people who come to my YouTube channel and listen to this video. I want to welcome Jeremy, who listens to all my videos, and other people. I hope that you get a lot out of this video. I've had YouTube recently sort of shadow banning my YouTube channel and not displaying many of my videos to other people. So I tend to make my videos just for Jeremy and for the people who are listening to me telepathically. So they don't need to watch the video. They can actually hear me speaking it into the spirit world. But I find it very helpful rather than giving them a message directly to speak it onto video because it takes some planning and more formal. So yesterday, I invited the lot of them who are listening to start asking God questions. Even a witch, a practicing witch, can talk to God back and forth if she has faith and she believes that God will be okay with her. She can talk to them, and I made the offer, and I statistically found out that 97% of them we're going to start asking God questions, and the figure now is 80%. Within 15 hours, have already asked God a number of questions. Um, so this is continuing on that theme and a bit of help for them. And if you're on YouTube and you're just listening, I've spoken to God for many years, and I hope these 5 tips will help you. Tip number one: um, ask ask God questions that come to mind. Um, so uh, it would be really good, really beneficial if the Holy Spirit can put questions in your mind for you to ask questions that God, as Holy Spirit, wants you to ask, and so if you can have an open mind and approach asking God questions with an open mind, there's a good chance that God, through His Holy Spirit, can slip a question into your mind. Really, really efficient conversations with God is basically God speaking to Himself. It's God answering His own questions that He's having you ask, with you being an intermediary. God can more likely answer questions that the Holy Spirit comes up with the question than questions that you just come up with yourself. Point number two. So the way to be led by the Holy Spirit is just to have an open mind, come to God with a fresh mind, put all your thoughts out of your mind and just concentrate on God and having a good conversation with God, and just allow questions to come to your mind. And that could be your own mind thinking the question, or there's a good chance the Holy Spirit can put that in. Even if you're a witch, even if you're practicing witchcraft, the Holy Spirit can still speak to you. Point number two is ask him questions about the answers he gives you. So uh, imagine if you're on a date with a male and you asked him if he was an engineer, you ask him what he does for work and he says he's an engineer. You might ask him a second question, what sort of engineer is he? Is he a mechanical engineer? Is he a civil engineer? Is he an electrical engineer? There's types of engineering. Then you could ask him, what does his civil engineering entail? What projects are he working at the moment? And he may be saying uh, he's working on a bridge, constructing a bridge, and what stage you're up to. And you just ask question after question after question, delving further and further and further into the answers. And God, like a male on a date, he responds the same way. He likes to go deep on certain subjects. So you could, you know, Jesus has 54 stories that he told in the Gospels. You could ask God about any one of those stories. What does this mean? And what's the meaning behind what you just said? You can ask him question after question after question. And if you've got a good flow going, if you've got a good connection going, then God can give you extensive answers. Of course, the enemy, which I call the enemy, you may call Lucifer, may object to you asking God questions and may want to interrupt. Just put those thoughts aside and keep on pursuing God and your answers, and it'll flow when you get the flow going pretty well. In the midst of asking me questions and getting answers, maybe after one particular answer that you're impressed with, ask God what He particularly wants to say to you today. What does He want to say to you? And this isn't a question on a specific subject. This just allows God to speak to you. Like, don't worry about the Iran war. Don't worry about the petrol shortages and the food shortages. I'm going to look after you through that. That could be something that God says, or I'm very pleased with you. I'm very pleased with your progress. I'm very happy that you asked me questions. I look forward to speaking to you each day. I really appreciate speaking to you. It's been all your life. I've been waiting to speak to you, and I hope that we can continue speaking and getting close to each other. That's the sort of thing that God may say to you when you ask Him what He wants to say to you. Point number four, be aware there are some questions He can't answer for you that are too important for you. So, for instance, I've got a mental illness, bipolar disorder, and I wouldn't ask God, "Are you ever going to heal this illness?" Um, I, I might not ask God other personal questions if He's ever going to heal my diabetes, or certain questions that are too close to you, too personal. There's a good chance that if you allowed God to speak on it, you may get the wrong answer, a wrong answer, or a deceitful answer from Satan. There's false spirits called Antichrist spirit that pretends to be God sometimes, and you can learn more about that Antichrist spirit, that false Jesus sort of false God sort of voice in my book, How to Hear God's Voice. But when you ask questions that are too personal for yourself, sometimes you haven't got the courage or the faith to get the actual answer of God. And when you're experienced, you know not to ask those sort of questions. But when you're new in your ability to be able to ask God questions and get answers, you might not know that. So there's a tip for you. you can skirt around the edges and ask questions around it, like, um, am I going to be unemployed for the rest of the year, or am I going to find a job? That might be too personal, but you can ask, do you want me to apply for jobs in this area? That could be a question that is more suitable than, am I going to get a job this year? Point number five. Point number five. Wait and see confirmations to your conversations and answers. So, as you watch YouTube, as you watch Netflix, as you read the paper, as you watch TV, if you watch TV, as you watch social media, um, there may be confirmations that come up about your answers to your questions, the answers that you got. God, the Holy Spirit, God's Spirit has got a way of flashing up information that confirms things for you. And you probably recognize it in your spiritual life already, that the universe seems to confirm things for you. And God is part of that universe, and He can supply answers and confirmations to information. So you may have a question where the number five comes out, that you're going to have five children, or there's going to be 5 months before something happens or whatever. And uh, you may see a post on Facebook or on Netflix. Five is an important number, or five children were rescued in Israel on this day or whatever, and it'll have the number five or five children in the text, and that's God's way. That's the Holy Spirit's way of confirming that your conversation was true. I hope this has helped you guys, and you understand what I was saying, and having the ability to speak back and forth to God is a wonderful ability. I I know that with the right questions and consistency, you can really come to know God for who He is, not what He's talked about, not how people talk about Him, certainly not how witchcraft presents Him, but you can get to know the real God, the God with feelings, the God who's depressed with the world and sad with the world and angry with certain people in the world. You can get to know the true and honest God. And I hope that this teaching really helped you. I look forward to people's comments and their likes, and them sharing this. This would be a good video to share. God bless.